Hello. Box blight or box tree caterpillar, you tell me. I'm actually visiting Ironbridge today, and as we speak I'm walking across the famous Iron Bridge that names the town, and I've just seen some box plants which have put the fear of the gardening gods into me. I've always been a little bit dismissive about box blight and box tree caterpillar, but what I've seen here has really made me think. So I'm going to show you some examples here, and I want to ask you a few questions whilst I'm doing that. Now, the plants in question are down there in a little municipal garden that somebody has obviously spent a lot of time and effort and energy creating. It's got some lovely phormions in it, some grasses, and it's dotted around with several box balls. We'll get down there and have a closer look, because those box balls are not looking in good shape at all. I want to ask you the question: is this box blight or box tree caterpillar? Perhaps we could all contribute to the comments below this video and use the YouTube Hive Mind to make this little video and the comments below it a resource. Anything you know about box blight or box tree caterpillar, please feel free to add it to the comments below, and we'll walk down there in a moment and have a closer look. You can see from the trees that we're well into autumn. There's the river, there's the bridge behind me, and this is a beautiful little town of Ironbridge. Let's go down to that garden and have a closer look at those box balls. Now, there's a box hedge here which looks in very good condition, but right next to it there, in the border, surrounded by grasses, is a box ball which does not look in good condition. And this border is full of those box balls. What's this here? Looks like a bay tree. Let me just sniff. Yeah, that's a bay tree, which is also not doing particularly well. Anyway, the box hedge here looks very healthy. Doesn't seem to have been impacted or affected by the box blight or the box tree caterpillar at all. And in fact, there's a couple of box balls there. Perhaps they're not box balls. Perhaps that's a different type of plant altogether. What do you think? Of course, do let me know in the comments box below this video. There's a bay tree, which is doing a lot better than the other one that we've just looked at over there. So, that's definitely a box ball. It's lost some of its leaves. Let me move out of my own shadow. It's kept some of its leaves, but it's lost many of its leaves from around the plant. What do you think? Is it blight or caterpillar? I'm thinking it might be blight, because blight is the fungal disease which is encouraged by lack of ventilation. That one there hasn't suffered quite so much because it's got more ventilation. That's my hypothesis. What do you think? There's a little rodent down there somewhere. A mouse perhaps, just moved around. So here we go. Now look at this here. This is the thing which has put the fear of the gardening gods into me, because I've just put a formal boxwood parterre into my garden. We have two specimens here which look in great health, but look at those four there. What's your diagnosis? Box blight, box tree caterpillar. And what can we do about it? Comment below. Now, I know that box blight is a fungal infection, and the caterpillar obviously is brought in by moths. What can we do to discourage the moths? What can we do to prevent the fungus? And I'm aware that not clipping them too tightly can help, and also keeping them well ventilated and not watering them too much. But look at them here, look. It's an absolute tragedy. Imagine when they were lovely round box balls, and they cannot have been inexpensive plants, because they're nearly 18 inches across. Lovely phormions and lovely use of grasses down here, and there's some uplighters on those trees. Anyway, I'm asking YouTube Hive Mind to comment below and tell me everything you know about box blight and box tree caterpillar, and diagnose which is which. What have we got here? Blight or caterpillar? What a sad thing to have happened to this garden. And of course, whether it be blight or caterpillar, it's certainly not something we want in our garden. So tell me, what are the alternatives if you want to do a small hedge or a parterre, or even a sculptural plant like these box balls or box balls? What could you replace that with? Now, I know that you can use yew balls because I've seen those recently on my visit to Harlow Car. I know that there are certain types of holly which you can clip into a small hedge or a small ball like that. So what would you use if you were going to replace your boxwood? Anyway, let's finish there. Comment below, subscribe, hit the notifications bell if you want. It'd be lovely to have you on board, and we'll finish with a view of the iron bridge going across the gorge. Look at that, spectacular.